The following game is being played with History Maker Baseball Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2022, all rights reserved. If you would like to order a copy of History Maker Baseball Express, or if you would like to check out the other products offered from Play Games, please click on the link provided in the description box below. Hello again, folks, from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, as we are getting ready for Game 4 of this best of 5 game series between the 1950 Philadelphia Phillies and the 1927 New York Yankees. And here is the situation. The 1927 Yankees lead this series 2-1. This is an elimination game for the 1950 Philadelphia Phillies. If they win, they force Game 5 back at Shibe Park in Philadelphia. But if the 1927 Yankees win, not only is the game over, but the series is also over for this opening series for to kick off the 2024 Major League Baseball season for the 1927 Yankees Gauntlet Challenge. With that being said, your pitching matchup for this game is going to be Wadey Hoyt, who comes in with a record of 1-0. And he is going to be counterparted by Kurt Simmons, who has a record of 0-1 in this series. Lineups have been exchanged at home plate. And without further ado, the Yankees have taken the field. Wadey Hoyt's getting his final warm-up tosses in, and let's do it from the Bronx. Here we go. 1-1-3. 1-1-3. Is Wadey Hoyt a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Willie Jones a utility batter? No, he is not. So it's an RBI question mark result. The Decider Die says he is not going to get the RBI, unfortunately. So it'll be 1 blank. And that will end the top half of the first for the Phillies. And that will end the Phillies half of the first with nothing doing in their half. The Yankees are now coming to bat in the bottom half of the first here at the stadium with Mark Koenig to lead things off. Purple threes. Okay, this is going to be fun. Experience microchart. So we are going to be rolling another die. So we'll take the black die here. We'll re-roll that. And it's a 3. And it says icon batter. Unfortunately, Mark Koenig is not an icon. So it's going to end up being a no runs result. So it'll be a 3 dot. And just like that, we are scoreless after 1 inning of play here at Yankee Stadium. Granny Hammer will now lead things off for the Phils half of the second inning. They 1-3-6 is Wadey Hoyt an ace. Decider Dice says he is not, unless, excuse me, the Yankees now have a plus, unlike the second game where they had a -1, this game they have a +1. So semi becomes a full becomes double. That's how it is. So is he an ace? He is an ace. So no need for the decider die. So it is going to be a no-run inning. And it will be a 3 blank. And nothing comes up there for the Yankees, the Phillies half of the second inning here at the stadium in the Bronx. We head now to the bottom half of the bottom half of the second with no score as Babe Ruth cards with Babe Ruth up at the dish. 166. It says Kurt Simmons an ace. No. Babe Ruth a sad sack. No. It's going to be a Mena base running adjustment. And that's not going to help anything because neutral runner is going to put him at first. And of course, a 1 and a 6 on my optional mob Mena base narrative chart is going to end up being a base hit, a single for Babe Ruth. So usually on the charts, what I tend to do is 1s tend to go rare, with 6 being the usual stuff, and 3, and with usually D6 roll of 3s, 4s, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, usually in slightly in the middle of the road on how runners can get on base. So heading to the mob chart with Lou Gehrig, reading the black and blue dice of a 25. Iron fielder commits the error. Kevin Silvestri is not an iron, so that is going to be a ground out. So they strand the runner at first. And that's going to smell you later for the Yankees half of the second. As we head to the third inning, we played 2 innings here at the stadium here in the Bronx. The score remains tied at 0-0. Here's Mike Goliath to lead off the top half of the third with a 3.66. Is Hoyt a workman pitcher? No. Is Goliath a utility batter? He's a semi-utility. Decider Dice says he is not. It's going to be an RBI question mark. Will he get the RBI? No, he won't. So it'll be a 3 dot to end the top half of the third. Or excuse me, 6. Yeah, I think it was a 3 dot. Yeah, I'll have to double check to make sure. Or if it was, and if it wasn't, then that's fine. So here we go with the middle half of the third. Third underway with the third with Bob Musel. We're scoreless. 3-4-5. Is Simmons a star pitcher? He's a semi-star pitcher. Decider Dice says he is. It's a no runs result. So 3 blank to end the third inning. So both starting pitchers tossing monkey see, monkey do innings of scoreless baseball through 3 innings. We head to the fourth with no score up to this point. Move on to Eddie Waitkus with a 4.56. And again, I work it as 3 fresh innings, 3 semi-fresh. So in this case here, Wadey Hoyt, according to the decider die, is still fresh. Is Waitkus a hero batter? He's a semi-hero. Decider die says he's not. So it's going to end up being a no-run innings result of 4 blank to end the top half of the 4th inning. And this game remains deadlocked deadlocked at nothing. Zilch. Zip. Nada. And Bob Musial is going to step up to the plate now at the stadium with a 1.56. Is Kurt Simmons an ace? Kurt Simmons is not an ace. Is Bob Musial a sad sack batter? He is not. So it's a men on base result. He is a semi-active. And the decider die says he is an active. However, you can't go higher than a 6. So sound the sirens. Sound the sirens, Gertrude. The bases are loaded. And let's see what Musial is going to get out of this. Either reroll the decider die here. See the result from the multiple runners on base. He's charged for bases loaded of a 5. So Musial got hit by pitch, had a stolen base in 1 plate appearance, walk, and a single to seal up the deal for the bases loaded situation for Tony Lazzeri. Reading the blue and black dice, 34. Slugger hits home run, Slugger hits double. Decider die, Lazzeri's a semi-slugger. Decider die says he is not. It'll be a single, an RBI single. And the 1927 Yankees lead the 1950 Phillies by a score of 1-0 on the RBI single by Tony Lazzeri. We played 4 full innings here at the stadium with the score 1927 Yankees 1, 1950 Phillies 0. We head now to the 5th. Bill Nicholson up at the plate. 1.56. Is Hoyt and semi-ace? He most definitely is. Decider dice. He is. No need for the decider dice. So a 5. And that will smell the end of the Phillies' 5th inning. So far, so good in this game for the Yankees as they try to win the series in a close one. 1-0 is our score as we head to the bottom half of the 5th. With Joe Duggan to lead off the bottom half of the 5th. 1-2-3. Is Simmons a workman or a struggler pitcher? No. Is Duggan a champion? No. So it's a no-run innings result of 2 blank. He played 5 here at the stadium. The score remains 1-0 in favor of the hometown 1927 New York Yankees. Here is Wadey Hoyt. 125 on Sisler. And again, 3 fresh, 3 semi-fresh, so he is still fresh according to the decider die. Is Sisler a champion batter? He is not. Excuse me. So it'll be a no runs result of 1 dot for Wadey Hoyt. And that will end the top half of the 6th inning for the Phillies, with the score staying put at 1927 Yankees 1 and the 1950 Phillies on the brink of elimination, nothing. The cards here enter every time I play, so remind me, it's with Pat Collins leading off the 6th. 244. Is Kurt Simmons an ace pitcher? He is most definitely not. Is Pat Collins a utility batter? He is not. So it's a men on base result, -1 for black die of control. The decider die was not used. No, it wasn't used, so excuse me, -1 for black die of control. He does not have control, so it'll be a 1st and 3rd situation. Let's see what Pat Collins gets. So 4. So we'll need to re-roll the decider die. And it'll be multiple runners on base with a 2 for 1st and 3rd. Walked in a stolen base in his 1st appearance and hit a single in the 2nd appearance. That's how my chart, my homebrew chart that I will be using to collect statistics if you are just joining us for the first time in this series. I will be collecting statistics, and that's how I'm getting side statistics from men on base and also RBI question mark and the micro RBI chart results. So now we head to the men on base chart with Earl Combs stepping up to the plate. But let's see first, is the Philly bullpen getting active? They are not. It's all on Kurt Simmons to get going here. Got 1-0 on the brink of elimination. 23. Eager grounds out. Combs is not an eager. He walked him. And that'll most definitely get the bullpen going for the Phils. Despite Kurt Simmons pitching in a 1-0 pitcher's duel. 34. Slugger hits double. Oh, Koenig is not a slugger, so it'll be a single and 2 RBIs. So it'll be a single and 2 RBIs to score 3 runs, and that's gonna smell the end of the Yankees' 6th as they tack on 2 more runs and make the score 3-0 as we head to the 7th inning here at the stadium in a tight duel here with the score 3-0 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. Here's Del Ennis. 266. 266 is going to be Hoyt, a star pitcher. No. Is Ennis a champion batter? Decider Die says he's a semi-champion. Decider Die says he is. So it'll be a men on base. Men on base. Black die adjustment with a semi-stoic. Another Decider Die check on the stoic. He is a stoic, so it'll become from a 6 becomes a 5. It'll be runners on second and third. 5 and a 6. Either way, it's either 2 hits or see multiple runners on the base chart. And it will be going to the multiple runners on base chart with a 2. 2 for second and third. We got back-to-back walks, so 2 walks in 2 appearances and a double plus an RBI. So they get on the board. It's 3-1 in favor of the Yankees. It's do or die here for the 1950 Phillies. 35. Hoyt is a control pitcher. He is double control, so yes, so he gets a ground out. Yes, and according to the +1 to card qualities, +1 to the card qualities, single becomes a double, and no higher than a double. Excuse me. So the Yankees, Wadey Hoyt, will get a ground out and do less damage, do no better than a run of damage. That will do it. For the Phillies, half of the 7th, we head to the stretch here at Yankee Stadium with the score 3-1 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. Bottom of the 7th, will lead off with Babe Ruth. Bambino. 156. Is Kurt Simmons an ace pitcher? He is not. Babe Ruth a sad sack? No. Men on base, -1 for black die if flash. The Decider Die says he does not have flash, but just in case, let me double check. 156. Ace, no. Nope. So the Decider Die was not used. He does not have flash. So it will be remaining a second and third situation for Babe Ruth. We have a 5 and a 1. So either way, it's either 2 hits or men. Yep, it was still 156. Yep, still 156. So we got 2 hits. Babe Ruth got 2 hits in the game. And again, I'm collecting stats for the game. So 5 is a single and 1 is a home run. So they pad on, and it's now 4-1 in favor of the 1927 Yankees, who are pushing the Phillies to the 1950 Phillies to the brink of elimination. The end of the bottom chart for Lou Gehrig. 14. Scrapper hits single. He's not a scrapper. It's going to be a bases clearing double for the Yankees, and they take a 6-1 lead here in the bottom half of the 7th. Here's Bob Musial. 34. Slugger hits double. He's not. It'll be a single and Two bases, score another run, and that'll make it 7-1. And after 7 innings of play, the 1927 Yankees have blown this game wide open, and I mean arms wide open, by a score of 7-1. And it looks like the Yankees manager is thinking about going to get Hoyt. Let's see if he wants to go get him. Don, he will go get him. And he will. So Hoyt goes 7 strong innings, gets a pat on the back from his teammates, and we are going to go back to we're going to head to the pen for a pitching change for the Yankees. And timeout. We head to the top half of the 8th, and Bob Shockey will be the new pitcher for the New York Yankees, and he will be fresh for the remainder of this game, as he is the bullpen hero pitcher for the Yanks, as they lead this game over the 1950 Phillies 7-1, with Granny Hamner, coming up to lead things off here in the 8th. 1-4-6. Is Shockey an ace pitcher? No. Is Hamner a sad sack? He is not. So it's going to be a men on base result, -1 from black die if he has control. And the decider die says no. And it's going to be a runner on first situation for Hamner. And at this point now, the 1950 Phillies need a lot of base runners, as Hamner will collect a single out of this, according to my optional men on base homebrew narrative chart for History Maker Baseball Express. And that'll bring up the mob chart for Ken Silvestri. 23. Is Silvestri an eager batter? No, it'll be a walk to not load the base, to put the runners at second and third. That's not second, third, sorry. To put runners on first and second, I should say. And Mike Goliath now coming up to the dish. 46. Do we have a righty versus righty matchup? We do, as it's same, a reliever. He is a reliever. Either way, he gets the strikeout, snuffing out the Phillies rally here in the top half of the 8th. And the score remains 1927 Yankees 7 and the 1950 Phillies 1. We head to the bottom of the 8th with Tony Lazzeri to lead off the inning here with a 4.66. So you guys can see that is a 4 on the blue die. There we go. 4.66. Is Simmons a workman pitcher? He is not. Hero batter for Lazzeri. He is not. No runs, chance for a solo shot, and what do you know? You really hate to see that if you're a 1950 Phillies fan. But Lou Gehrig hits one high, far, and gone for a solo home run. Yes, for a solo home run to make the score 8-1 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And it looks like if this score holds, we are going to have to say goodbye to our first opponents for this project in the 1950 Philadelphia Phillies, as the Yankees are blowing it open right now. And we head to the ninth inning. The score of 8-1 is Eddie Waitkus is the next batter up. Hopefully, not the final batter for this game. And here we go. 1-2-5. Hockey is fresh. Is Waitkus a champion batter? He is not, unfortunately, and that will do it. The 1927 Yankees have knocked off the 1950 Philadelphia Phillies in 4 games, winning this game, Game 4, and taking the opening series of this project by a final score of 8-1.